Good morning, yogis. Thank you for finding me today and following me and doing yoga. I'm Sunflower. We're going to connect ourselves today and find that oneness within us that we all have. Today we're going to celebrate us, the greatest teacher there ever was, the one that resides right here in each and every one of us. Take your arms all the way to the sky and just twist it all the way over to your left. And your gaze will be over that left shoulder. You're breathing, focusing inward, finding that space in between the words, that connection back to your soul. Bring your gaze back forward. Unwind out of this. Take your arms all the way to the sky. And then taking it over to your right side. Grabbing that outer right knee with your left arm, left hand, and your gaze will be over your right shoulder. Just breathing, focusing. Bring your gaze back forward, unwind out of this, and I want you to roll on over into a tabletop. We're going to do a few cat-cows here, just waking it up, just bolstering it. Your gaze will be towards the sky, and you'll sink down into this, and then you'll roll out of this, taking a deep out breath, doming the back. Allow your breath to lead this, and just stretch it out here, breathing mindfully, a few cat-cows. Knowing that we often search outside of ourselves for answers, when we all have that wisdom and that intelligence all locked up inside of us. Take your hands all the way to the left side of your mat. Take your right foot up. Breathing. Finding that separation here. It's going to be two parallel lines. If you feel a little bit of a wobble, heel toe that right toe out, and then just come up into your low lunge here. Breathing, honoring that space. Bring your hands down to your mat. Roll out onto the outer foot. We're going to come into a lizard lunge here. It's a big hip opener. Breathing. Just being with it. If you just hover here, that's fine. Let your body, that inner teacher, guide you today to find that space, that body's edge. If you can come down to the mat, I allow that, grow that. Breathe. As we sit in these poses and we allow new fluidity to come into those joints and old to release, it actually self-heals the body. It releases trauma that was stored into that joint. Push back up. Kick back up onto that left outer toe if you feel needed to. Take your right arm and extend it to the sky. Breathing. Focusing inward. And breathe. Bring your right hand to meet your left. Drop that left knee down and kick your right foot back. We're in tabletop again. You can shift your body left to right if that feels good. Just shaking it off. Now we're going to bring our left foot up. Finding that two parallel lines here. And we're going to come up into that low lunge. Expressing it upward. Celebrating that greatest teacher that ever lived. The one that's right here with me. Breathe. Come on down. Let's open up that hip, roll out onto that outer edge of that foot. Hover here or come on down and breathe into that. Allowing that hip to open up. Take 3 good breaths here. Noticing what you're feeling. Noticing what is coming up. I allow anything to come up into these poses. Thoughts. Let's just not label them or judge them. Just allow them to come and go. The true Key to life is circulation. Push back up. Kick up onto that right toe that you feel led to here. And peel up with that left arm all the way to the sky. Finding that side body stretch. Feeling that breath deepen with each breath. And breathing. You got this. Bring your left arm down to meet your right. Kick your toes back. Now, kick that left foot back to meet your right. We're in tabletop here. Just kicking it out. Now I want you to curl your toes under and meet me in your first downward dog, expressing your hips all the way to the sky. And pedal it out right here. Just being mindful, letting go of anything that's not helping us grow. And breathing. Find some stillness right here. Deep breath. Let it go. Now I want you to take baby steps all the way to the top of your mat. Forward fold. You can ragdoll your head and grab your elbows and go from side to side. Breathing. Drop your hands back down, curl your knees in, and come up into chair pose, Utkatasana. We're going to do a little breath work here. Breath of fire. You'll take one big inhale through the mouth, and then all your in and outs will, inhalations and exhalations will be through the nose, and you let your inner teacher guide the tempo. You can go fast, slow. Three more. And release. Forward fold. Opening up that chi. Finding some creativity. Bring your hands to the mat. Kick it back into a full plank here, or you can drop your knees to modify. This is a strength builder. We're going to chaturanga. Bringing it all the way to the mat. Toes to touch. Push up into a baby cobra. You got this. You can take a curve to the right, come back forward, and then take it to the left. Back forward. Good job. Working it back down to the mat, coming up into a tabletop. Breathing. Take your left leg out, your right arm out. We're in balancing sunbird. We're going to breathe here, and we're going to crunch it inward, and we're going to focus on our breath here, being mindful not to hold your breath. 1, 2, breathe. 3, good job. Bring it back down, reset. Take your right foot out, your left arm out. Take a deep breath, reset. 1, 2, power of 3. 3. Release. Good job. Take your hands, push down through the mat, curl your toes under. Meet me in downward dog. Breathing. Take your right foot all the way to the sky. And bring it to the top of the mat and plant it. Drop that right foot down in a 45-degree angle. Bringing it upward into your warrior 1. Breathing. Focusing on you. Allowing your breath to lead your pose. Drop your hands down behind your back. Express your heart center to the sky. Allow your inner teacher to bow down right now. And just giving yourself a little grace. Breathing. Noticing what arises here. Come all the way back up. Open it up to Warrior Two. Taking up space here. Akasa. Your gaze is over your right middle finger. You're breathing. Take your right hand down inside that left ankle. No weight bearing here. Take that left hand to the sky. You got this. Now let's come back up and reverse it. Making sure you're connected to that Ujjayi breath. Keeps you connected to that inner teacher. Take your cartwheel all the way to the mat. Take your right foot back, chaturanga here, or meet me in child's pose for 3 breaths. You grow your yoga. Do you. Cobra, left and right. Then you're going to meet me in downward dog if you've been in child's pose. Come on back up. Breathing. Take that left foot all the way to the sky. Bringing it to the front of the mat. Drop that right foot back down. We're coming up into Warrior One. You're going to be at a 45-degree angle with that back right foot. Focusing on you. Noticing what comes up, what thoughts arise. Making sure that we're not judging or labeling. We're just here for the ride. Take your arms down. Release your hands behind your back. Express that heart space to the sky. Bring it on down to your humble side. Humble warrior. Breathe. Bow down to that inner teacher within. Bringing it back up. Taking your left arm down to meet the inside of your ankle. Bringing that right arm to the sky. Breathing. You got this. Bringing it all the way back up to reverse your warrior. And cartwheel your hat. Arms all the way to the mat. Go into child's pose here or chaturanga. Yeah. Now come back into a tabletop. Take your right foot, extend it back. Pull your knee into your side body, your torso. Reach around. Grab that foot, express it, open your heart up to the sky, and breathe. Taking it back down. Find that reset button. Taking your left leg out. Curling it into your body. Reach around. Open that heart space to the sky. Breathing. Focusing. Growing. Express it out and reset. Come onto your sit bones. Come into a seated forward fold. We're going to take a micro bend in our knees here. Take our arms, express them all the way to the sky, lengthen our torso, and then take it on down. Come back up. Then we're going to take it all the way down to our mats. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big old hug right here. You can roll around from side to side. Giving that lower lumbar a good massage. Breathing. Take your left leg all the way out long. Take your right arm out to the side body. Take your right knee and pull it over towards the top of that left leg. Taking your gaze over your right shoulder, keeping your shoulder on the ground, on the mat here. Finding that edge and sitting with it. Just breathing, just focusing on you. Bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself another big hug. Take that right leg out. Extend your left arm out by its side. Now, take your left knee and express it over to the right side. Keeping those shoulders on the mat. Breathing. Focusing inward. Awakening what's within. When we sit with things and turn the light on into areas of our life that are a little uncomfortable, it takes courage, it takes strength to awaken that within. Bring your knees up. Give yourself a big old bear hug. Take your feet as long as your yoga mat and your hands to face the sky. Shavasana. I want you to sink deep right here, deep within. Knowing that the key to life is circulation. Take this on and off the mat with you. And know that each time you do the work, you sit with your inner healer teacher, you can take that on and off the mat with you, being a little more creative in life, having a little bit more empathy for self, and trusting humans a little more. Come up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your center, third eye. My prayer for you today is consciousness of thought, clarity of speech, and for a compassionate heart. Namaste, yogis, and thank you for allowing me to lead you today. Have a beautiful rest of your day.